Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. We've got over 575 audios available on a variety of topics, self-help, psychology, coaching, all sorts of cool stuff. If you're looking for a coach and want to get to the best of your life, would love to be of assistance to you. All you got to do, reach out either through this web page here on YouTube. In the About Me section, my web page is there, or you can go on Twitter at PO Perception. If you want to be in the top percentile, the leaders of the world, if these are the things and the habits that they have that would help you to have as well. The first is they realize that they are above challenges. Now, that doesn't mean that they have no challenges. It also doesn't mean that they never have negative emotions. What it means is they understand that no matter what challenge is there, their resilience is greater than the challenge itself. And so it's important to make that distinction. These individuals do not allow their emotions to control their actions on a continual basis. Now, we all have moments where, or almost all of us have moments where we get pushed back, and that happens. Even the most dedicated person is going to have self-doubt from time to time. However, when we know that our resilience is one of our most powerful traits, it's super important to embody that. The next is we outlearn those who are willing to stay at a status quo or at a mid-level or a lower level in life. And so this means that studying how people interact, knowledge of trends, knowledge of what's coming in the world, knowledge of how people view the world, different viewpoints, opposite viewpoints, and just studying just about everything in that regard is something that people become passionate about doing. It's not because there is a universal one right way of doing any one thing. It's because the more you understand and can relate to a person's mindset, the easier it is to help them, serve them, and therefore turn them into an ally instead of an enemy. They're on the front lines of their own train of thought and their own trends. This means that in the end they understand that knowing their value is important, living their value is important, and being ahead of what other people are going to do next is also important. Being on the front lines in your own life means kind of anticipating things. You don't know everything, but you know that things are constantly changing, and using the leverage of change to your advantage is one of the most important and impactful things you can do to get anywhere long term or medium term. They're careful about who they choose for friends. Now, acquaintances and friends are different, and a lot of people struggle with this. Just because I like you as a person and I've met you a couple of times doesn't mean you're in my inner circle, doesn't mean you're my friend. It also doesn't necessarily mean that I can't turn you into a friend later once you've proven that your viewpoint in life is congruent with mine congruent with yours, and we're not trying to change or alter each other. And so that understanding of knowledge, the understanding that it is super valuable to embrace friendship from a level of exclusivity as opposed to a level of, everyone needs to be friends. Everyone needs to be civil to each other, and civility is important, and caring about each other is important. But having someone in your inner circle is a certain level of privilege, and people that are in the lead know this. The next is know your limits. Know how long you can stay committed to something. Know when you need to reset, when you need to recharge, when you need to take a break, when you need to push through, when you need to eat or sleep or rest, when you need to alter your course of action. Knowing where your limits are and not being willing to go terribly far beyond them, but always being willing to push them a little bit for the sake of progress is important. If you deny that you have limits, you're only going to hit them quicker. If you never push your limits, you won't really grow what you're capable of handling or doing. But if you only focus on going right up to your limit every time, you'll burn out quicker. So there's a certain level of emotional, mental balance around the idea of limits in general. And so the next thing to look at is kind of, and the last thing to look at in this particular audio is the idea of understanding that you need a step-by-step plan for everything you do. whether it's your morning routine, your evening routine, the things you want to accomplish, or how it is that you want to view the world, you've got to come to a place of finding intrigue in ways to streamline your time, streamline the value of what you're doing, and it's a wrap point. When you understand how to streamline what you're doing, you can accomplish more and reach different levels of personal fulfillment just based on the simple fact that you're using your time well. We all have the same amount of time in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year, but how we use it determines our level of success and personal, professional, and emotional fulfillment. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.